Um, I want to talk about the recent changes we had in the team and why we had it changed so close to playoffs, and just update you guys on the situation and what things are going to be like going forward. So to start off, any kind of roster change 2 weeks before playoff is volatile. It's dangerous. It's something I would never want to do, and roster changes and something it's not what I really want to do. Um, Even though I'm a coach, I work very close with Reggie, and Reggie updates me on like the budget situation and stuff like that. And because we have so many foreign players, and because we live in Santa Monica, just in terms of budget, it's been very tight, and we've been at the like end of the year, like no more, okay, like no more, like, that kind of situation. And just end of year, like just before playoffs, like switching a roster is it's very it's near suicidal. This roster change is something like that no one wanted. No one on the team really like it's not wanted. It was very forced. So um, Glebe is a very hard worker. He wakes up earlier than me sometimes, and he goes running. Not our 30 minutes to the beach thing. He goes out of his way to run. He goes out of his way to play solo queue games, and he was very active on asking me how to get better. He was someone that was very hard working, but he was also someone that was straight out of high school. And for a lot of gamers, high school can be an awkward phase in their life. As a gamer, sometimes you don't have a lot of friends. I definitely were the same way in high school, and sometimes you don't take social cues that well. And living with four other people or five, six other people, depending on how much coaching staff you have, it can be their first time living out by themselves, and we play in a very stressful environment. We play 8 hours of league, 8 hours of mandatory scrim time, 3 hours of solo queue, and this 11 hours of mandatory time sitting in front of the computer, having someone critique you whenever you do something wrong. It's just a very stressful environment to be in. And if personalities aren't meshing the right way, and especially when it's with the younger players, people can the team environment can be very toxic, and it can hinder people from improving a lot. Another thing that affected this decision was the bottom lane's performance in LCS. Our bottom lane has performed very well in solo queue. Turtle and Glebe combined, they have won 10 solo queue accounts in Challenger. Um, they played decently in scrims, sometimes well, sometimes not so well. But in LCS, it's been a very long time since our bot lane won. Then if all these problems combinations, it's a combination of problems, and ultimately I felt like going forward like this, the team environment was gonna be very unproductive. It'd be very hard for our bottom to improve, and also our shot calling was affected by how the teammates were getting along, and I felt like this decision would clear up a lot of our shot calling and would help our shot calling be more efficient. And also getting a veteran player will help Turtle, who's a very aggressive kind of AD carry, get away with more of the risky plays and more of a high risk, high reward play style he likes to play. And also, I mean, with roster changes, it can be very PR-y. It can be like, oh, this player was let go due to his wishes to continue his studies or any kind of sort like that. But frankly, Glebe was someone that was very hardworking, that tried his best to fit in with the team, that tried to be the best player he could be, but he went about it in a wrong way, and his energies were spent inefficiently and unproductively. It could have been so much better. And when I went on Summoning Insight and I said Glebe is going to be the best support at the end of the NA split, that's from me working with him online and from me seeing his attitude and how he wanted to go about things. he wanted to push things sometimes a little too fast, but he was really motivated to be the best support NA, and that wasn't PR bullshit. I genuinely believe Lee would be one of the best supports at the end of the split, and I really tried hard, and I tried to help him, and like guide him to be that. It just wasn't working out. Sometimes, no matter how you go about it, it doesn't work. And also the lustboy Vine video, like TSM lustboy confirmed because Glebe threw away my face wash thing. I had no intentions of replacing Glebe at that point, and team mood was good. It just got monumentally worse as LCS approached and certain things happened, and I had to make a choice. Like either go with the team being very unstable in their mentality and their just relationships like within the team, or either make a late split roster swap and hopefully that will fix things and that will help us improve and get better. I don't think I don't think replacing Glee solves all our problems. Definitely not. There's still problems that needs to be worked on, but I think this decision will lift up and bring this replacing Glee will remove a chunk of the problem, and it will allow us to work on the other issues that we have on the team. Anyways, TLDR, we didn't want to replace Gleep, personality clashes, and other stuff that I don't want to publicly talk about happened within the team. So it had to happen. I picked Lustboy because he was someone I knew that would be experienced, someone I knew that would mesh well with Turtle, and someone I knew that would be easy to get along. Of course, there's definitely going to be communication problems. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say Lustboy speaks fluent English. I feel confident going forward. I feel confident going into playoffs, and that's about it. Oh, one more thing: the LCS Riot player background check. So Nick Allen recently tweeted that Lustboy has not been approved for LCS. So the thing is, whenever you get a new player to the team, you have to there's a background check, right? That is on if you're from a different region, like if you're from China, they'll ask the Chinese offices. If you're from Korea, they'll ask the Korean offices. If you're from Europe, they'll ask the European offices. Usually, player roster changes aren't done like, okay, we need to make a roster change right now, or something needs to happen. So it's more like, oh, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. It's not getting fixed. It actually was that way for us, and I wanted to wait until Worlds to do a roster evaluation, but the problem just got really big, really fast, and we needed to make a change suddenly. So we picked up Lustboy very suddenly, and we informed Riot, but it takes time for it to actually process out. So Lustboy isn't approved yet, but he will be approved 99.999% by the time we go to LCS. So don't worry about him not playing LCS. Anyways, look out, support solo mid, or what up.